my name is Primrose, and what I'm going to be doing for you guys today is I'm going to be reviewing the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Anne Taylor. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I've never had any Oracle cards before, and I just feel like it would be really useful to you guys if you have been tarot readers and are unsure about Oracle cards, let you know what I think of these. So I've had the Energy Oracle card deck since April. I got these as a birthday gift and I've been connecting with them ever since. I hate to say it, but I use them more than my tarot cards, which is a massive shock to me. That's so unlike me. And I use them at least 3 times a week. So yeah, to say that I've bonded quite well with these is a very good statement. So this particular Oracle deck, as mentioned, was created by Sandra Anne Taylor, and these were released in 2013. There is 53 Oracle cards within this deck, which I feel like is a really good number of Oracle cards to have. I know a lot of Oracle decks differ in the number of cards that they do have, but 53 is a real like chunky amount. It's a good amount, I think. So you also get a guidebook in here as well. So I love having a guidebook because I love having a reference. I hate just being left to my own devices. I need clarification on what I'm picking up on and making sure that's correct. So that is why I really love that there's a guidebook, and it's very thorough. It includes affirmations, it includes full card descriptions for upright and reverse, and it also gives you the standard 3-card spread as well. So this box is full of the basics, and the little blurb on the back reads as follows. The Energy Oracle cards are designed to reveal both the present energy you project and the results you are likely to attract. The unlimited power of your own consciousness is a vital force that moves through the universe and plants the seeds of your destiny far and wide. These easy to use cards will help you to understand what your consciousness is creating, as well as reveal any hidden blocks that may be delaying your process. The information they bring will empower and inspire you, for it comes from heavenly messengers, friends from the spirit realm, and your own higher self. All that you need is available to you, so let intuition soar. Listen to the messages it brings and take your life to wonderful new heights. So I think overall these cards would be a 7 out of 10, and I'm going to explain to you guys why. So I rated these cards on different points that I thought would be valuable to you guys to know. So overall I give them a 7 out of 10. Their ease of use for beginners I give a 10 out of 10. And the reason that I give a 10 out of 10 is because for beginners these are so easy to use. They are so easy to bond with. Honestly, I had no experience before using Oracle cards, and when I first got these I was very unsure because I didn't know like how they compared to tarot cards. However, connecting with these and pulling accurate cards, I feel it's so easy to pick up, and yeah, just a really great beginner Oracle card. I don't think I could recommend an easier Oracle card to start with because they're just so like comfortable to use as well. Like you already automatically feel familiar with them even though you've probably never used them before. So yeah, I would really recommend this if you were just starting out. I don't know if I'd recommend this for more experienced readers though. They are very beginner friendly. Obviously if you feel connected to these then definitely get them. However, they are ideal for beginners is what my point is. Then I rated them on their connectability and I give them an 8 out of 10. I feel like anyone could pick up these cards and instantly use them. I feel like they're extremely easy to use, which relates back to being so easy for beginners because literally you could just pick them up and there'd instantly be something there, and they're very easy to use. However, personally I want to feel more of a personal or deeper connection. I want to feel like it's only me that could pick up these cards and read them as well as I do, whereas I don't feel like that's the case with these. I feel like they're very neutral almost, as in, like I say, anyone could pick them up, and that's not to say that they're a bad card, that's not to say anything. It's just that I feel like to get a higher rating from me they would have to create a deeper connection with myself, and these cards just don't hit like that. And that's not saying that these are bad cards. These are really great cards for beginners and really great for me to learn on. However, I feel like in the future I'll be purchasing some that they're my cards, and that is, they speak to me on such a deeper level and it's only me that can really read into those, whereas these are very like generic, which is fine, like I say, if you're a beginner. But for me, now that I'm starting to learn them more, I feel like I will be purchasing some that I can connect with better and deeper. So for the artwork and the learnability quality of these cards, I actually scored this a 6 out of 10. Now, the artwork on these cards is stunning. Like, there is no doubt about that. It is colourful, it is bright, it is magical and mystical and very fantasy based. However, my issue with this is they do look extremely photoshopped, and they often contrast between realism and fantasy, and some people might love that. Personally, I'm like, I don't like that juxtaposition. I like consistency. For me, they are a little bit over the top. In terms of learnability, that's great because they have all the key components within their imagery. So again, as a beginner, it's great to learn because you're picking up all of the signals that the card is sending you. You're getting all of them visual messages and it's all there. However, there's quite a contrast between the imagery. I don't particularly enjoy cards that look heavily photoshopped. I like mine to be quite natural or artistic and that seem more cohesive, whereas the artwork in these are quite chaotic. As mentioned, perfect for beginners. However, as I develop my oracle reading skills, I know that I'm going to pick a deck that I'm probably going to have and use more consistently through my life. For me personally, the art, it's not like 100% to my style, and the imagery is great and really nice. However, I feel like, oh, it doesn't just scream, oh, that's Prim, that's Prim's deck, you know. If you connect with the artwork, that is fantastic. However, I personally don't connect with it enough to score it higher. Then I rated the oracle cards on handling, and I give this a 5 out of 10 for handling. And the reason I did this is because they're actually quite long and I've got quite small hands. So to be able to comfortably hold the cards in my hand like this, it's quite straining on my hands. So then to shuffle and just to hold them adequately is quite uncomfortable for me. And when there's got such a thick deck, it's hard for me to stretch my hand around the whole deck. They are quite uncomfortable for me to use, obviously, because like I said, I've got quite small hands. They can be quite abrasive almost around the sides. Like, I think that's just because my hand does struggle to hold them, and I'm more used to more like slimline cards, I guess you could say, more narrower cards, and these are quite hard for me to hold in a way that feels comfortable. So that's why I only scored it that. Obviously, if you have bigger hands, it might be much more comfortable. Long term, it makes my hands sore, so that's just something to bear in mind. If you are quite petite, you might not feel entirely comfortable with these cards. And lastly, I wanted to talk about the cards' energy overall. So overall, these cards make me feel extremely safe, comfortable and confident within my abilities. As I said, I had never picked up oracle cards before in my life, and I found these so easy to pick up and enjoy using. Honestly, they are extremely welcoming and extremely forgiving and gentle with beginners. That's why I'd say if you're a beginner at reading oracle cards, even if you've not took the plunge into reading tarot cards yet, I feel like these are a great beginner to get you learning the process and get you learning how to connect. So fantastic for beginners. Really a very safe card. All the artwork has a lot of imagery to do with what you're learning about, so it makes it very simple. Overall, yeah, like I say, I score it a 7 out of 10. I think they are a fantastic beginner's card. They do a really great job, and they've really got me into reading oracle cards. So they are a very beginner friendly, very friendly pack. For more experienced oracle readers, I don't know if I'd recommend these, just because I sometimes feel it's harder to get a deeper awareness of the message if it's all laid out in front of you. It's like it gives you a box to fit in, and sometimes you don't want a box to fit in when it comes to giving a reading. So quite straightforward, quite narrow pathed, but as said many times, it's a fantastic beginner's deck. So I think that's all I really want to say about this little oracle deck. So do let me know down below some of your oracle deck recommendations. I am so open to getting some more oracle decks. I've got my eye on like 4 packs already, so girls gotta get saving. Other than that, I will thank you for being here. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!